The power of the ruling O'Donnell clan may have been diminished following the flight of the Earls from Donegal in 1607, but it's the flight of the modified men that RPM charts in this concluding visit to the 40th anniversary Topaz Donegal International Rally. In the ancient and beautiful lands of Tyrconnell, to give Donegal its original name, an army of Mark II escorts and their modified foes have gathered again for the biggest showdown in the land of the rallymen who've been rightly named the Entertainers. This is Ireland's modified Grand Prix, and it is also the fourth round of the Irish Tarmac Championship. The entries include the current leader of the British and Scottish Rally Championships, David Bogie, who has swapped his Evo 9 for a Metro 6R4.
It's been a really good year so far, so it's great to come to Donegal, you know, and have no pressure and really enjoy the weekend.
David won the shortened event last year, but Monaghan's mighty quick Daniel McKenna led most of the way last time.
The weather conditions are going to be a lot trickier than last year. It's going to be exciting in cars like these here with all the power going to the back wheels, but we'll just take our time. It's a long event and see what happens. Hopefully have a good run.
Welsh ace Phil Collins is next, followed by Lisburn's Wesley Patterson, and Manus Kelly is the top Donegal seed.
This is the pinnacle of the year. It's a long rally. It's 3 rallies rolled into one, and you can't afford to slacken on the first day. You have to get at it from day one, and hopefully it'll last.
Behind Manus there's some formidable opposition, including Circuit of Ireland winner John Dalton in the Darien. On the first day of this 3-day marathon, the faithful, as they always do, stay on for the entertainment. But for David Bogie, the entertainment doesn't last long, as we find him broken down at the start of stage 2.
It's disappointing, you know. We're not the best first stage, let's say, so, and we came here and there's a burst oil pipe, so that's forced us into retirement here, so hopefully we'll get it fixed and we'll get back out for the trophy rally.
Daniel McKenna is in dramatic form. He's second fastest, only to Tim McNulty on stage 1. However, a big moment on Atlantic Drive causes some worries, but he has a 26-second lead after stage 3. However, stage 3 Glen will be the downfall of Phil Collins, who rolls his escort shortly after the start. Donegal has been a jinxed event for the Welshman. And Cavan's Rodney Wilton hasn't much fortune, getting a costly stage 1 puncture. Manus Kelly loses significant time behind the punctured escort on stage 1. He was back in 21st place, but he's climbed to 11th after stage 3. It's Wesley Patterson and Marty McGarrity's first run since their big Circuit of Ireland crash, but they're 5th fastest on the opening Fanad test. This is in spite of a very spongy brake pedal. It's not what you want in a 320 brake horsepower Mark II escort, but at least the handbrake seems to be working well.
Tightens round. 3 right. Go at it.
By the end of the loop, Wesley's up to 4th, having been 3rd fastest on the Glen stage, which runs right through the normally sleepy little village.
Open 5 left. 60. Tight 5 left. Sudden immediate square right.
John Dalton is also in the hunt in 5th, despite having lost time behind a struggling Dennis Biggerstaff on stage 1. Donegal's Damien Gallagher and Mac Walsh have made a great start. They've been 3rd right from the onset. And that's just 1 second behind Cork's Barry Mead, who has little experience of the Donegal roads and is really impressing in 2nd.
40, fast 3, flat 4 right over crest, and left on flat crest 100.
Barry exits his first ever run through Glen Village, completely full of the rack.
Opens carry, 60 up, 2 left, and tight 2 right. Slippy after this now, Barry. Into 6 left, 40, 5 right in.
Donegal's Paul Harris, the former Irish national champion, is 6th on his return to the event in a Mark II. Guidore's Eugene Ferry is 2 places behind him and takes the sideways award in Glen. Brian Brogan and Damien McGettigan are 7th. This is another fast Donegal driver, Martin McGee, who's 10th. But on Uncharacteristically, Adrian Hetherington is back in 19th place. It's all action inside Jeffrey Dolan and Conor Murphy's rare Sunbeam.
Long, slowing, watch it. One left long, slowing.
Jeffrey leads the Irish Tarmac Modified Challenge in this 2-litre Sunbeam, having taken the modified honours in Killarney. But he can't expect to keep up with the big 2.5-litre cars this weekend. And the wrong tyre choice isn't helping. The ever-entertaining Talbot driver has a 30-second road penalty, which drops him from 17th to 26th as he sets about making up time, passing the side of Phil Collins' misfortune.
Day one ends with a second run over the same Thanet Atlantic Drive and Glen stages, and tests in Ireland don't come much better than this. Daniel McKenna is extending his lead in the Scan Bits Escort.
Had a good run on the first stage, but Atlantic Drive here, tricky stage. We're only 200 yards, the first corner basically. Come out over a crest and the car stepped out and completely lost control. And we're heading for a wall, and luckily enough, just by pure luck, we clipped the back of the car off the wall and somehow avoided to roll the car over. And the car was more sitting sideways on the road, so I got turned around and away. But the back axle was very badly bent, so we took our time out towards the end of the stage. We still set a reasonable time, believe it or not, but the axle was very badly bent then for Glen as well. But we've had it straightened up in service. But the half shaft here now is making a very, very funny noise. We don't know if it's going to last or not, so we're just going to try and take our time and get back to Letterkenny and see can we sort it out in the morning, you know.
Indeed, they do make it back to Letterkenny with an impressive 53-second advantage. Damien Gallagher is now the new second-place man and leading the local contingent.
We're lying second to Daniel. I mean, Daniel's just in a world of his own, in fairness. He just goes on and takes 10 seconds where he wants it kind of thing, but we'll try and fight him as best we can.
Another driver putting up a great fight is Barry Mead, the Donegal novice ending the day in 3rd place.
3 right into centre over crest, 150.
Wesley
Right.
Patterson shows
Very
us the
long
kind
on
of
one
commitment
left.
needed on the fast sections of Thanet.
350. Flat right opens past the big shed, 300. Don't go wide. Left entry chicane.
Things are starting off better on this second loop for Wesley.
We've got the brakes sorted out now, so we're having a good run. And I think we're about 4th in the national. So
You had a problem then?
the brakes weren't coming up at all on the first loop. We've got that sorted out, so we'll be all right now.
Tight 4 right, maybe. 60.
And you
Absolute
need those
3
brakes
left,
for the
don't cut.
tremendous
Into
sweeps
centre
on the
over a
breathtaking
crest.
Atlantic
Into
Drive
slow,
stage.
3 right and open 5 left.
But misfortune is on the way, as although he ends the day in 4th place, the engine is very sick. A cracked
3 right
piston
over
is the
crest
cause,
bump.
and he will
Long
not
flat
make the
left.
start on day 2.
250. 3 left.
John Dalton's made some wrong tyre choices today, but the Welsh driver plans to attack the Saturday stages from 4th place after Wesley's retirement. Manus Kelly is just 18 seconds back after a splendid recovery drive from the morning delay.
We had a bad run the first stage. We were caught behind Rodney Walton for a couple of miles and we lost a lot of time. Kind of put us off our beat a wee bit, but we're back on it there. I think we're second fastest in that last stage. So
Well, hats on, let's go.
you're right. Cheers.
Eugene Ferry and Derek Heener are next up in 7th despite a fuel pump problem, with Brian Brogan just 3 seconds back in 8th. Paul Harris, a former overall frontrunner on this event, is thoroughly enjoying his Mark II in 9th place. And Mark McGee is happy in 10th, especially as he had to borrow an engine just to reach the start. While Jeffrey Dolan is moving up the field, despite a slight misfire in his 2-litre Vauxhall engine Sunbeam.
And 40, 5 left long, hold inside, into 4 right long, bumpy. 40, 3 left, and up the hill. 40, take ahead into double caution, 5 left.
By the day's end, Jeffrey, who is contesting the whole Tarmac Modified Championship, is 22nd and 5th in class and having a ball.